The foot in the door technique is a persuasion tactic that involves getting someone to agree to a small request or action, and then following up with a larger request or action. This technique is often used by salespeople, marketers, and political campaigners to increase the likelihood of getting a positive response from a potential customer or voter. In this article, we will explore the foot in the door technique in more detail and provide some examples of how it can be used in different contexts. The basic principle behind the foot in the door technique is that people are more likely to comply with a larger request if they have already agreed to a smaller request. This is because the initial request creates a sense of commitment and consistency, and people tend to want to act in a way that is consistent with their previous actions and attitudes. For example, imagine you are a salesperson trying to sell a new product to a potential customer. Instead of immediately asking them to buy the product, you might start by asking them to fill out a brief survey or watch a short video about the product. Once they have completed this initial request, you can then follow up with a larger request, such as asking them to make a purchase or sign up for a subscription. Another example of the foot in the door technique is political campaigning. A political campaign might start by asking people to sign a petition or attend a rally, and then follow up with a larger request, such as asking them to make a donation or volunteer for the campaign. By getting people to agree to the initial request, the campaign creates a sense of commitment and involvement, which can increase the likelihood of getting a positive response to the larger request. The foot in the door technique can also be used in personal relationships. For example, if you want your partner to try a new hobby with you, you might start by asking them to watch a video or read an article about the hobby. Once they have done this, you can then ask them to try the hobby with you. By getting them to agree to the initial request, you create a sense of interest and investment, which can increase their willingness to try the larger request. It is important to note that the foot in the door technique should be used ethically and responsibly. It should not be used to manipulate or coerce people into doing something they do not want to do. Instead, it should be used as a way to build trust, create a sense of involvement, and increase the likelihood of getting a positive response to a larger request. In conclusion, the foot in the door technique is a powerful persuasion tactic that can be used in a variety of contexts, from sales and marketing to politics and personal relationships. By getting people to agree to a small request or action, you create a sense of commitment and consistency that can increase their willingness to comply with a larger request. When used ethically and responsibly, the foot in the door technique can be a valuable tool for building relationships and achieving your goals.